What is up, and welcome to the very first longer video on the Sticky Art Fingerboard channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing as well as setting up, trying out, and reviewing the Teak Tuning Pro Waves 34mm deck, 34mm Prodigy Pro trucks, and Apex urethane street-shaped wheels. I'll show how to set everything up as well as some tips and tricks. I like the simple little wave design on the bottom and the natural wood deck. And this comes with one sheet of grip tape. It's a foam grip tape, and then a little file to file it down, and a little sticker. And I ended up getting these purple color ones. I normally just get metal color trucks, but I thought these looked pretty cool, and they have a bunch of different colors available. And these also came with their Pro bubble bushings, which I'm excited to swap these out. I'll probably do that before I even try it out. These are the urethane Apex street wheels, and I'm going to definitely do another video on them, going over if I think they're worth it and a more in-depth review, just because they're pretty much the price of this whole setup. And you can get pretty much this setup with the board and the trucks and CNC plastic wheels instead of the urethane wheels for around $25. I'm going to start the setup by putting the foam grip on the deck. And I like this grip so far. It seems like it has a decent amount of grip. And it also is a little bit thicker than some of the other stuff that I've used, which is actually kind of nice. It can give a little bit more pop to the tricks. And I do like to trim the excess first off, but I did try this just to see what would happen. And you can take the file and just go directly down, hit up all the edges. And this gives a really clean kind of cut to it. The only thing I did find is by not removing the excess first on the other side, I had to clean it up afterwards with the side of an X-Acto knife. This is the side that I didn't cut off the excess first, and you can see the excess glue on the foam kind of stuck to the sides. But if you trim off the excess first and then kind of just scrape down with the little file that is provided, you get a pretty clean edge. And I wanted to clean this up a little bit more, so I'm going to take the file and just shape the edges a little bit by hitting it at even more of an angle and going directly down. And you can also, depending on how much angle you put, choose how much you kind of wear down the edges. My personal preference is to go at a really steep angle, so it kind of makes the edge kind of flat to the edge. And when I do tricks near the edge, it doesn't have such a bump to it. I'm going to flip it over and poke holes in the backside so I know where to put the screws in. And it's still kind of hard, so I'm going to poke holes from the front side as well and wiggle it around. Make it nice and loose, and then I'm going to come back with an X-Acto knife and cut the hole a little bit bigger. This will make it so when the screws go in, they'll be able to get all the way through, as well as it'll be a little bit cleaner when it does go down. And I was surprised that the screwdriver that was included was actually magnetized somehow, which was pretty cool. It made it really easy to install the screws. And I found the best trick to get these all the way through the foam and make sure that they're pressing all the way to the board is to screw all the way as far as you can to the right. And then when they stop, go back a little bit, unscrew them, and then screw them back in. And all of them should go pretty much evenly in. Once the screws are in and evenly sticking out, I'm going to put the trucks on and back the screws up a little bit, just a half a turn or so. Do that on each one, kind of a crisscross pattern. And once I back each of them up about half a turn, then I'm going to go in on one of them and then do the same thing going backwards just in the crisscross pattern. And this helps get them kind of threaded as well as avoid getting them cross-threaded. Once I have the first two across started, set the whole deck down, and it's a lot easier to tighten them all up. And then I'm just going to repeat the process on the other side. And I wanted to take a quick moment to say a big thank you to everyone who subscribed on the channel. Also, let me know down below in the comments if you like this longer video with the unboxing and the installs, or if you want to see more stuff like this, or if you like the shorter stuff or what you want to see more of. But anyways, thanks so much, and if you do like this, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up and turn on post notifications for when I post my newest videos. And if you are into art or making art, drawing, any of that kind of stuff, definitely check out the main channel, Sticky Art. I have all my art over there, as well as tutorials and time lapses, so definitely check out that if you have not already. And the last quick announcement, I did add a fingerboarding channel to the Discord, so if you do want to join the Discord and the channel, I'll put the link in the video description below. Now that I've got all the screws in, I'm going to swap out the bushings. So the ones that are included on here are just little O-rings with washers. And they came with an upgrade to these bubble bushings, which are a lot nicer performing, and they also look a little bit cooler too. Super bright colors. These bubble bushings look a lot more like actual skateboard trucks. And I found a good trick for putting these on and pushing it on is just using the end of the tool to push it in a little bit further. And then picking up the kingpin nut. And by using gravity, holding up the board this way, it's a lot easier to put it on without it falling. And once it's threaded on, just tightening it up. And I like my trucks a little bit looser, so I'm just going to tighten them up just enough so they get a little bit of response. And I'll do the same thing with the other side. One thing that I really like with these trucks is that they came with locking nuts, which is a really good thing for keeping them in place as well as not losing pieces and having the trucks come apart. Once I got the trucks back together, the last thing to do is put the wheels on. And I found this cool rusty decal that was just the right size, but I did have to take the front trucks off. And I put it on real quick. Overall, I'm really happy with how the board looks all together. I'm going to go ahead and try it out. I actually really like how this setup feels. It has a really professional feel to it. One thing I will say though, it is on the lighter side, especially compared to other professional setups that I have tried. That being said, this is really nice for maybe more beginners that want to try a 34mm board. This allows for a little bit more airtime with flip tricks. And I really like the simple popsicle shape of it. It has a really nice feel to it, and it makes it really easy for me to do even nollie tricks. That about wraps up my initial review. I definitely recommend this. This is a great option for around $25 as a complete with the plastic bearing wheels. And with these wheels that I do have, I definitely am going to wait a little while before I do a full review of them. But so far I really like them. They still spin really nice, and they have a really nice feel as well as a little bit of a squeak when using them on either glass or wood surfaces. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe for more. And until next time, peace.